sister Corinne L. Welcome back to my channel, Second Divine Within. As you see, I'm doing a reading on Kesha. That's right. Miss Kesha was born March the 1st, 1987. She is 32 years old. She's an American singer, songwriter, a rapper, actress. She is multi-talented, okay? Um, Kesha had been around doing her thing for quite some time now, as early as back in 2009. So she's really, being one of the favorites in the pop culture. She has many, many fans that loves her and want to see her win. And due to her trials and tribulation that has been exposed to the world by her being a celebrity, her fans really, a lot of them are really worried about her. A lot of them really want to know what's going on with her presently. Like most, celebrities, they wear the mask, and you know, people really want to know what's really going on with their favorite artists. Okay, musical artists, shall I say? Um, we know that these artists, like I say, they wear the mask, and they pretty much show, the public what they want to show them. Okay, so I'm here, showing some love. Whatever comes out of my mouth, just know that it is not facts. It is allegedly. I'm here to share my gifts of knowing. I pretty much meditate on a person and I retrieve information about them. And I rely on my tarot cards as a backup resource. Okay, this is what I do. Um, Kesha being born March the 1st, she is a Pisces. Okay. Um, she's pretty much a very emotional person. Let me just say that. And one of her strengths are she's compassionate. She's very artistic, intuitive, and musical. Okay, and some of her weakness is, she's overly trusting, and she desires to escape reality. Okay, and can become very overreactive and play the victim as well. And her dislikes, she doesn't like to be criticized, okay? But due to her being a celebrity, that comes with it, okay? The cameras are constantly on you 24/7, and unfortunately, they do not have no privacy, okay? That's pretty much out of, you know, uh, you just, when you come of celebrity, that's pretty much out the door, let me just say that. Their home, their mansion, that's pretty much they safe haven. Okay. So with that being said, today I will be using two decks of cards. Okay. I will be first relying on my psychic tarot deck, and as a backup, my angel deck. Okay, so I can receive a little more um clarity. Okay, what the spirit has to say about Miss Kesha. But she goes by Kesha Rose Seabird. I guess I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I apologize to her fans. But we're going to just say Kesha, okay? I pretty much want to know what's going on with Kesha in the present. That's pretty much what I really want to, really, really want to know. What's going on with Kesha in the present? Where is she emotionally, mentally, as well as spiritually? This is what I want to know what's going on with this sister in the present, as well as is Kesha presently overcoming her struggles and addictions? This is what I want to know, okay? As well as I'm sure her fans would like to know as well, because many people have love for her, and they want to make sure she's on the right path, she's doing okay, that she's not just pretty much using lip service. Let me just say that anybody can put makeup on, and like I said, put on that fake smile and wear the mask. Not saying that she's doing that, but what I am saying is, we pretty much want to shed light on anything that are hidden, shed light on the darkness, shall I say, those things that are normally hidden. So that being said, okay, during my angel deck card, I'm just going to do a quick spread on what the spirit has to say as far as um, anything that it wants to reveal when it comes to Kesha as far as with the angel deck card, okay? And then I'm going to end this video. I don't want to make it too long. Normally, I would you know, um, do my first deck, but I'm going to go ahead and let many of you see, okay, how your sister do her thing, shall I say. So, this is my question right here. So what I want to know is what is presently going on with Kesha in the present? Where is she mentally, emotionally, as well as spiritually? I have a picture of her too that I like to look at while I'm meditating on her. Here's one right here. I'm looking at this picture while I'm meditating on her. What is presently going on with Kesha in the present? What is she dealing with emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? I'm looking into her eyes. Her eyes are the window to the soul. Okay, I was told to stop. Okay. Okay, what I do is I like to receive clarity when it comes to my readings. And I was told within that these cards are in divine order, so we're going this way, okay? Please know the spirit realm knows all things. Whatever information I get, I do not question it. If any of you who are watching, and I do appreciate you for watching, but if you come to that place of disagreeing, please disagree with love, because I will leave the comment section open for many of you to express your views and opinions. All I ask is that you let's agree to disagree. But we know that this is allegedly, it's not facts, but I do rely on what the Spirit has to say because it knows all things. So that being said, I'm going to continue my reading. The first card is Material Harvest. The next card, Balance. This card happens to be upside down, but I'm going to show you what it is. The next card is Firm Foundation. Firm Foundation. This card happens to be upside down, but it is what? Temptation. The Temptation card. This card deals with addictions, which many of you shouldn't be surprised. The next card is Prosperity Begins. Prosperity begins. And what I like about these cards is pretty much like I love the way how the spirit, her guides and angels, the way they unfold, the answers to us because like I said, this reading is going this way and you can pretty much see how far she's overcome, shall I say, in her struggles, in her life due to trials and errors, even things she's overcome, you can just see the path that she kind of went through, whether she's in a place of being in balance and becoming balanced, pretty much getting her just together, shall I say. Um, but what I'm going to do is, with this reading right here, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking. I'm going to read up on each card, okay, for many of you. Um, a lot of them are pretty much just self-explanatory, but so many of you will have a little more understanding of where these cards are coming from because they do have other meanings, other hidden meanings, and I just want to make sure many of you get grasp clarity, shall I say. So if you notice while I'm doing my readings that every now and then the video might jump around. It's because I'm hitting stop because I don't want to make these videos long looking for the actual card. So that's what that is, family, okay? But you have seen the actual cards, okay? So I'm going to hit pause real quick so I can read up on Material Harvest real quick. All right, family. The Material Harvest card. One of the law of the universe is what you sow, you reap. This card states that this is your time to reap the harvest you've worked for and so rightly deserve. This last physical card denotes self-mastery, self-sufficiency, independence, security, and the art of enjoying what you strive for. You've done the hard work. Learn the lesson. You hear that, family? You've done the hard work, learn the lesson along the way, and use them to prosper in all areas of your life. The number 9 also means endings, not that good fortune necessarily stops, but do honor yourself as you finish up or celebrate the completion of a project. All right, family, the next card is balance. This card represents the need for balance and harmony with your inner life as well as with what's surrounding you in the physical world. This denotes that some life adjustments are required at this time. It could be associated with love, relationship, business, or even your career. The balance card is also being shown to you to make you realize that what you perceive to be happening around you is really an externalization externalization of an inner process or conflict that you may be currently experiencing. This card will often appear if you work in the legal field or when you involved in law related matters. You hear that, family? I'm gonna go back, have ears to hear. This card will often appear if you work in the legal field or when you're involved in law related matters. Have faith that justice will triumph. As justice and karma goes hand in hand, take only what you earn, treat people fairly, and don't take advantage of anyone. This is all part of living a balanced karmic life. So obviously, she was involved with some legal matters. I think I remember hearing something about this in the past. Um, I don't know if she sued somebody or whatever, but anyway, um, that's what this card is relating to. Okay, for her to find balance in her life. Okay, and real quick, family, before I get started with the firm foundation card, let me go back to the balance card. It's something I want to add to it. Okay, when determining something, there must be a state of balance emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, so that you can make rational decisions and logical judgment. This is a time to be honest and caring and responsible for the choices that you've made, as well as the one that will be made in the future. This card represents justice. So, family, whatever legal matter this sister was going through, there shall be justice. There shall be justice in her favor. Okay. The next card, firm foundation. This card denotes that you have already or are currently working towards establishing a solid foundation in the material world using good judgment and heeding lessons from the past concerning financial matters will assist you in laying a firm groundwork. By doing so, security will have a better chance of building in the future. This card speaks for itself. I don't really want to elaborate on this card that much, but it's pretty much saying she's done the work. She put the work in. And nothing but prosperity. Is going to come to her. Okay, and it's saying also that she has learned the lesson. Whatever those trials and areas that she had went through in the past. This card is saying at least she's learning the lesson. She's not going in circles when it comes to that. So when it comes to business relations, let me just say that. So that's a good thing, okay? That's a good thing. All right, family. The temptation card. This card deals with addictions, okay? Though this card represents addiction and self-limiting behaviors are being addressed at this time. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material physical world and its pleasure. Even though we're all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us is often replaced with a different supply of substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, okay, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even work. Hence, the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link to the divine was broken. Okay? The temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from an addictive behavior? Okay? Is there someone in my life that's, causing, is there someone, hold on, I lost my train of thought. Let me go back. Is there negative thinking or is there negative thinking behavior that's causing the life force to seep out of my soul? Or are there people in my relationships in my life giving me energy or draining it? Learn this. Learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. So basically, a lot of people, when it comes to addiction, they are in pain, okay? And there are things that they have gone through that they want to forget. And a lot of times, instead of dealing with it, they choose to go other avenues, and such as substance abuse, drugs, you name it, family, or like I said, like the car said, workaholic. Work, 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 work to where they constantly just wear themselves out. And of course, when you're working, when you're like a workaholic, it helps you because you're not thinking about your problems. Really, you're not even dealing with your problems. But the thing is, you know, it has been Kesha's problem when it comes to her addictions. She wasn't really dealing with her problems, okay? Whatever the addiction was, okay? Whether it be alcohol, drugs, she has to learn to deal with her problems, own it, deal with it, and try to heal instead of putting a band-aid on them and turning to drugs, alcohol, or just overworking herself. You name it, whatever that addiction is. That's what this card is saying. She needs to watch out for, even in the present, as far as helping her to move forward. She needs to get to that place of dealing with her emotions, okay? Because she's a very emotional person. She needs to just deal with it and stop putting a band-aid on it, okay? By using substitute, shall I say, or putting a band-aid on the problem. You know what I'm going with this, family? So I'm going to leave that there, okay? But this card speaks for itself. As long as she's working on healing, you know, and getting to that place of dealing with her emotion better, to where maybe get some help, get some counseling. Just don't walk around so she doesn't have any problems, by, like I said, using a substitute to cover it up, to numb the pain. She needs to deal with it face on. Okay, this will help her in the future. All right. But as you see, this card came up. I can't make this stuff up, family. Spirit realm knows all things. This card came up. The last card, prosperity begins. This is definitely ending on a good omen, shall I say. This card brings a message of beginnings, prosperity, wealth, and new businesses, which could soon be in the palm of your hand. It may result from your hard work, past efforts, and investments, or it could show up unexpectedly. It may even be presented as a gift. With careful and diligent planning, recent endeavors, and money making ideas shows great possibilities and promise for material gain. for monetary gain. Sorry, this is a time to focus on the power. I'm sorry, this is a time to focus on the most beneficial outcome. Expect the best and envision that project or new job having a successful result. Feel it, see it, and most importantly, believe it. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspect of the material world and other gratitude, let me read that again. Now listen, family. This is speaking to Kesha. When you focus on abundance and the positive aspect of the material world and other gratitude, prosperity in all forms will flow even more freely. So basically, this card is saying, as far as her moving forward, this is a good omen. She's definitely in the right path. Um, she actually needs to focus on positive thinking, okay, feeling positive about herself, and being in a state of gratitude, okay, because she's really in a good place. She's really in a very abundant place, okay, and from what I see, family, she she she's she seems to be working on herself and whatever, issues she may have had in the past, it seems that, she's finally getting to that place of, due to trials and error, she's growing, she's learning. And that's the main thing, learn from it. Because you don't learn from it, she's going in circles. But she seems to be in a good place moving forward. And that's what many of you want to hear. That's what many of you want to hear. What's going on with Kesha in the present? She is working on herself and she dealing with her emotions a whole lot better. I sense that she is. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Let me see real quick. It's a temptation card. Let me see real quick. In the present. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. What I'm sensing in the spirit is she's getting a handle on her addictions. Whatever those past addictions were, I'm sensing, she's working on herself. Let me just say that. I feel like she's doing a lot of spiritual work and maybe even going to counseling, but she's working on it. And I feel like she's getting a handle on her addictions. But just getting this card right here alone speaks volume. Whatever she's doing is working for her, and she's pretty much on the right path, okay? And many of you can always go back to the reading of what I did with this card right here. This pretty much speaks for itself. It's pretty much speaking, a bright future for her, as long as she continuously to work on herself. Um, I really don't have anything else to really ask because my next question was, is Kesha presently overcoming her struggles and addictions? And and according to this card, one day at a time, okay, Kesha seemed to be on the right track. So that's a good omen. So I'm not even going to shuffle the cards when it comes to those questions, but I will do a backup reading as far as what the spirit has to say, as far as me using my other deck, my angel deck. Okay, family. All right, family. I'm with this reading right here. I'm going to be using my angel deck card, and I'm going to pretty much get to the point. I pretty much want to know what can Kesha fans have to look forward to. All right, moving forward with her. Or should I say what is still presently going on with Kesha, okay? Will there be things that are hidden? And what can her fans have to look forward to moving forward with Kesha in the present? What can the fans look forward to with Kesha in the present? And are there still things that are hidden and may be brought out to the marvelous light? What can we look forward to with Kesha moving forward? What other hidden things are going on with Kesha? Okay. I was told to stop. Pretty much, family, with this last deck of cards, or my angel deck cards, just pretty much want to get a little more clarity for many of you, as well as confirmation. Many of you know this sister. You've been following her career, okay, since the beginning, since day one. And I know many of you care about this sister. You want to see her win. You want to see her overcoming her challenges and obstacles. And this reading is not to tarnish her character whatsoever. I do not know this sister. I'm just doing this reading because it's a part of my gift. This is what I do. And just for the fans' sake, just want to give the fans a little insight of what's going on with Kesha, okay? Those things that are normally hidden, may they be brought out to the marvelous light. Well, that being said, just give me a moment. I want to see if these cards are in divine order. Okay, I was told they are in order from left to right. So first we're going to deal with these top cards first, okay? The first card is life experience. Life experience. Our angel cameo. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. Time to spread your wings. All right, family. I had to pause. My mom was asking me a question. I apologize. Let me read this over again, okay? A significant, a significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings. Page of fire. This represents her personality or her character. Outgoing, creative, confident, and mischievous. News of an exciting new endeavor. Use your opportunity and ingenuity. So, news of an exciting new endeavor. This is something that many of you probably already know about or is going to be revealed very soon. Let's just say this sister's putting in the work. She's definitely a workaholic, that's for sure. This is upside down, but I want to read it. It's Six of Fire. Victory, good news. Did I just say that? Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition and reward. Wow. Go ahead, Kesha. Kesha's on fire. She's doing it. She is on fire. I'm going to read it one more time. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or reward. So this is either presently going on, okay, public recognition or reward, or this is something that's going to unfold, okay. Don't sleep on my readings, family. A lot of things I speak about may seem like a non-factor at the time, but give it a good 3 weeks. With it definitely within 3 months. A lot of this that I'm reading is going to definitely you'll see it unfolding coming to pass, okay. Okay, this way, this way. Two of Earth. Too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. This is one busy lady. The next card, King of Fire. Represents passionate, adventurous, self assured, and restless. A sudden event that needs immediate attention. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. The last card, Five of Fire. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. Now, what I'm going to do, so many of you will see a little clarity because these cards has many, many meanings. Okay, so just kind of wing out that which maybe you feel like you don't resonate, but that which you do is pretty much confirmation as far as what you already know. Okay, but just know the spirit realm knows all things. All right, just because you may not know about this information now does not mean it's not going to come to pass, or shall I say that it's unfolding right before your eyes. I'm going to read up on 3 cards. I'm definitely going to read up on this last card. Yes, indeed. Five of Fire. I feel the need to read up on this one, Two of Earth, as well as, let me just say these three last cards, okay? These three last cards, okay, they seem to be unfolding about something that I feel like many of you, it has details I feel like many of you would want to know about. So, with that being said, I'm going to pause it so I can pull this information up, okay, of each card. So, just give me a minute. All right, family, let's start with this one, Two of Earth. You're doing too much. You may experience financial instability or have too many projects on your plate. Like I said, she's a workaholic, family. You're feeling stressed, yet you're managing to maintain the status quo at work and home. If you're considering a career change, keep your current job and slowly transition to the new one. The situation you're inquiring about requires a decision from you. Stay open to create ideas or new perspectives. If you're struggling to make a choice, try a more playful approach. If you're lightening up, you may easily find the answer. So basically, saying that she needs to relax and stop stressing. Obviously, whatever the choice that she needs to make, she's stressing about it, and she need to look at it from maybe another perspective. I guess like not take whatever situation is too seriously. Look at it from a playful approach, so she won't stress herself out. Okay, we all know stress is not good. Like people cannot handle stress. Okay, they turn to other things, and we already spoke about that. As long as she handles this matter a decent and in order, and in a way that she can deal with it, she'll be just fine. Another additional meaning to this card, dealing with change, working multiple jobs, the need to balance your budget, the ability to adapt. The ability to adapt. I'm sure this sister is doing a little bit of everything, music, acting, you name it. But she shouldn't overwork herself. That's pretty much what the reading is saying. The next card, Knight of Fire. A significant situation requires your immediate and full attention. While time is of the essence, it's important to avoid rash decisions. Enthusiasm and self assuredness are wonderful so long as they aren't separated from wisdom and caution. Additional meaning to this card is a people, a person who's passionate about anything he or she takes on, a take charge individual who moves quickly with confidence and certainty on behalf of loved ones or beloved causes, fearless, loyal, charismatic, sorry family, self-assured, adventurous, restless, possible impatient or insistent when it comes to having his or her own way. I'm also sensing she's a little stubborn as well. Okay, the last card, Five of Fire. You're experiencing some challenges. Other people around you hold different goals and values, and their disagreement as to how to proceed along with a clash of will. Success is still possible, but it takes great effort. You may enjoy this type of challenge or it may exhaust you. This is a competitive situation. I'm sorry, family, it will be necessary for everyone to try to understand one another viewpoint. There's a need for clarity in order to come to a resolution. Additional meaning to this card: authentic, completion, nuisance, the need to set priorities, bring, being caught in the middle, bothersome detail. Being caught in the middle or bothersome detail. So with that being said, um, when it comes to her own personal life, people in her inner circle, as you see, she has a lot of, people tugging at her. Okay, and everybody have their own different perspective of how she should move. Okay, this is a lot of things going on behind the closed door, or things that are in the dark that the spirit is bringing out to the marvelous light, and it is stressing the hell out of her. Okay. Plus, she's her own worst enemy. She's a workaholic. She loves what she do. She's passionate about what she do, and she's the kind of person, she goes full force. If something she loves to do, she goes full force with it, and she's good at it. But she can wear herself out and stress herself out, along with dealing with people on the inside that are close to her, stressing her out too. And you'd be surprised, family. Whether it be family members, close friends, or perhaps maybe somebody, in her love life, whatever the case may be. A lot of time you take a lot of this in, it can really stress you out, especially if you don't know how to deal with it, okay? With your emotions, and just learn to not take everything in, shall I say. Um, with this card right here, it's saying too much is going on all at one time. It speaks for itself. She has a lot going on with her. Now, it does not mean she's not going to overcome it. I sense she will, okay? But she's still dealing with a lot. So if you happen to hear on the news, something about Kesha, uh, don't believe everything you hear. Let me just say that. Because it is a lot of fake news out here. But what I'm saying is she is striving to better herself and to deal with her emotions and to deal with the stress in her life, okay? As well as working on herself, because the money is there, it's going to come regardless. She's very talented, but she does have a lot going on with her right now in the present. Okay, she's working on all kind of little jobs, things she's interested in doing, and it can really take a toll on one's well-being, shall I say. The main thing, this sister, just get to the place of learning from her past mistakes, and due to the stress, and not rely on a substitute, like maybe drinking the drugs, or just anything that far as trying to numb, the pain, or just numb, the headache of what's going on, putting a band-aid on the problem. She needs to deal with it heads on, that's the best solution for Kesha. Learn to deal with her problem in her situation head on instead of avoiding it, okay, and putting the band-aid on it. That's the point I'm trying to make. But at the present time, because this was the last card, because I didn't want to know what's presently going on with her. Right now, she's dealing with bothersome details and conflict with others. Bothersome details and conflict with others. But when it comes to her professional life, I see her being prosperous. She's going to be just fine. Um, these cards up here speaks for themselves. This card says victory, good news. This is is going to be rewarded. And receive recognition. That speaks for itself. Like I said, she put the work in. She deserves to be celebrated. So that's all I have for Miss Kesha. Nothing is set in stone, but know that the spirit realm knows all things. I appreciate many of you for watching, because you did not have to. I want to send out much love to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to your sister. I appreciate you. Please feel free to leave a comment. Please like, share, and subscribe. And, you know, Hey, and if you want a reading, you know where your sister is, Qmccwest at gmail.com. Feel free to email me for a reading, whether it be relationship reading, spiritual reading. If you're at a crossroad in your life and you want some spiritual guidance, I'm here for you. Other than that, I'm out of here. Until next time, bye for now.